The Senate supposed to have questions regarding what these ambassadors are supposed to do, what is Nigerian policy, not just a particular country, generally, what is Nigerian foreign policy with other countries. No questions were asked. People just introduced themselves and they were asked to bow and go. So being a wife of a former governor has nothing to do with the job that is being given to her by Nigeria. And don't forget, them, the senators who are claiming they know them, you are not the one appointing them for a job in your company. It is Nigeria as a whole that is appointing them to go and do a job. She's not to be screened on personal recognition. She's supposed to be screened on the job description. We are not looking for guarantors. If we are looking for guarantors, that's where you come in, to come and tell us you know her for 20 years. But Nigerians are not looking for guarantors. Nigeria wants to know their skill, their capabilities, their experience to be able to deliver on that job. That is what Nigeria wants. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Andy Media TV. Today, we are to look at the 10th Nigerian National Assembly, to look at what they do, especially when it comes to the screening of ambassadorial nominees. I want us to look at what transpired in the 10th National Assembly to see if they are really doing their job. Because I was so worried the way and manner the screening of ambassadorial nominees was done. It was so pathetic to see the Nigerian Senate asking nominees to bow and go. When it comes to those who have served before as honorable minister in one portfolio, like we have the former Minister of Health was there, the former Minister of Aviation was there, Femi Kayode, and a whole lot of some other guys who have served in one capacity or the other, but not in an ambassadorial capacity. They were all asked to just introduce themselves, bow and go. I know there are some few career ambassadors, that is those who have been in that ambassadorial position before in different countries. Like one of them mentioned that he was an ambassador to Brazil and Chile and what have you. So those kind of people who have been in that position before, they already garnered the experience, they know what it takes, they have done that job. If it was those people, they were asked to bow and go, it would have been fair enough. In as much as for me, I will even want those same career ambassadors to be interrogated based on the country they are supposed to be sent to. Countries are unique, countries are different. Their foreign policies are different and unique to every country. So, having served in Chile, they may have a different, foreign policy compared to when you are serving in America. And someone that will serve in America will have a whole lot of, balls to deal with when it comes to foreign policy. So these are kind of the things I was expecting to see. But unfortunately, what I saw was so pathetic to behold, to the point that senators will say, I know the nominee for 20 years, the person is this and that, or the person has the capacity, that is it. And they say, go. So because of one senator or 5 senators knows one person for the past 10 years or 20 years, it qualifies the person to become an ambassador. That's exactly what they were displaying there. You hear Oshomole say, I know the person, Senator Natasha, but he will also say, I know that lady for 20 years, for 10 years, and this and that. And I mean, that's not what the screening is supposed to be like. The screening is supposed to be portfolio focused, supposed to be issue based, supposed to be job description based. That's what it's supposed to be, not issue of I know this person and your view, knowing that person. That's your personal issue, that's your personal business. It has nothing to do with the business of the country. You are not there to nominate, to screen people based on your personal knowledge of who they are. That's not the point. You may know somebody for 20 years, he has been good in one thing or the other, but he may not be good in another thing. So when it comes to this ambassadorial nominee, it was a shameful display by the Senate. And it's very unfortunate. And I'm saying it with all sense of responsibility that I was so disappointed in what transpired in that nominee screening by the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs. They did sham job. That's what they did. And all of them were behaving as if there was a meeting held between them in the night. That's exactly all of them were in consensus of what they were doing. None among the committee members have divergent views to call others to say, hey, we're overdoing this. This is not supposed to be, this way. We're supposed to screen these people based on the job they are going to do in the foreign countries. So, guys, we have a lot to talk about concerning this issue. And I'm trying to pour my mind about how that screening went, which I also want you watching this video to also share your own view at the comment section. Having said this, before I delve into this whole issue that I want to discuss on this matter, if you are new to my channel, kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell so that when my next new video drops, you'll be among those that will be notified. So guys, let's now get into the business of the day. Let's take it one step at a time. The first question I will ask is, who is an ambassador? That is the first question. And in a nutshell, in a simple way that even a little kid will understand it, is just described as, from my own view, is an ambassador is a representative of a country in another country. That is to say, it is like the duplication of the president of a country in different other countries. So, which means that an ambassador being a representative of a government in another country, which means his responsibility includes ensuring good bilateral relationship between their host country and their home country, right? It includes, marketing their home country in that other country by, ensuring that they build like trade relationship in terms of what your home country produces. You will, discuss with the host country where you are, so that there can be like trade relationship. Your country exports to their country, your country imports from their country, something of that nature. So it's bilateral. Each party benefits from that relationship. Okay, so they oversee the embassy as a whole. You remember, in the embassy you have the career, diplomats who are there working, within the embassy. So your job is to do what? Oversee what happens at the embassy. So as an ambassador, you are also looking at, getting reports on the development in that country, because whichever area that country is going in their policy, in their foreign and domestic policy, you should be able to bring that report up to your home country, so that they will think out how to do what, to be able to align to that country's policy, to be able to explore every opportunity that is available. All right. Then again, as an ambassador, you are the image of the country in that host country. So you are the embodiment of your country in your host country. So whatever you do in that country is binding on your home country. So you are like a president in that country. In as much as the president of your home country, like in our case, the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is the overall president, but he has duplicated himself in the name of ambassador to other countries. So the same thing he's doing in Nigeria. It's expected that those ambassadors should be able to replicate the same thing in their host country. So you are the image of the country. You are to market the image of our country. You are to sell what we produce abroad. So these are the things that you are meant, to do as an ambassador, and many more. Then, looking at this job, for example, you require some certain skills to be able to execute this job professionally. And many skills are required, but key among them is what? You need to have high level of integrity. Because when you don't have integrity, they will dig deep on you and find out so many things you have done in your past, and they will use it against you. When they ask you to do something in that host country, when you are not aligning with them, they will threaten you that these are the things they have captured against you, and then that they will make you public. By then, your hand will be tied. You have to play along with what they want. And in as much as that thing they want may not be beneficial to your home country, but you have to play along to save your face and to save yourself from being embarrassed globally. That is why you need people that have high level of integrity. You can't send a drug dealer to be an ambassador, for example. You can't send a human trafficker to go and be an ambassador, for example, because they will bring up those issues, those documents, those videos they have, and use it against them. And by then, you have lost that embassy. So that is the reason why when Nigerians are crying about some of the nominees who people known to move from one direction to another, they sway from here to there. Today, they call president names. Tomorrow, they change and say, oh, president is the best. People were questioning this, expecting that the National Assembly, the Senate in particular, will be able to look at these concerns of the citizens and be able to use it during the nominee screening. But they disappointed Nigerians. Again, apart from high level of integrity, you need to have good negotiation skill to be able to negotiate with your home country things that will be beneficial to your home country. You need to be somebody that is patient, calm, even when you are under pressure, so that you don't make wrong decisions. You need to have good analytical skill to be able to analyze issues before you make decisions. Because some kind of decisions you make can be detrimental to the image of your country, can bring reputational damage, and can also be able to put Nigeria in debt. You need to have good communication skill. You also need good leadership skill, because you have to oversee the embassy. You have to manage people, in that building. people who have even high qualification than you, people who already have that deep experience when it comes to diplomatic relationship than you. So you need to manage them. As a good leader, you will be humble to learn from those who are already there before you came in and stuff like that. But somebody who is not a good leader who want to impose himself. I'm the ambassador here. You suppress people who are there and they will work against you. So all these things are what and what that are required. And many more. The list is not exhaustive. So I just picked some of these key, elements to put in here. So now, having listened to this ambassador, the kind of skill that is required and stuff like that, let's now go into the screening that took place so that we understand if what the Senate did aligns to getting people that have, these suitable skills or that have this personality that we just mentioned. Then we'll be able to conclude on if the Senate did what is right or wrong. Now, before I go into that, let's take a look on what they did in that screening, and we will now come back, to conclude on that. This is an excerpt from, Arise News, and then we will come back to analyze what they did. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
My name is Reno Mokri. I was a special assistant to the president on new media. I'm an author, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Until you are called, you cannot shut me down.
No, he's not talking to you.
I have the authority of the chairman.
Please go ahead.
Chairman, you cannot exercise power that you don't have.
You don't exercise
Chairman,
power that
I
you
want to
don't.
thank you, Senate leader and my colleagues. I cannot be intimidated by people who go here and there. And here I will proudly say I was a governor, which is a head of a subnational government. And so when I talk, those who are not be governors should listen.
Governors come to Senate.
You have to have,
Governors, you struggle to.
Your Excellency, the power of example that he is a pragmatist. He is not detained by old feelings. You may have doubt, suspicion about anyone until you have the opportunity to so perform. Indeed, you don't know anyone until you give him the driver's, you hand over to him the steering of a vehicle. This young man has shown that where he sees a compelling evidence in the interest of the Nigerian nation, he will not be ashamed to say that I was wrong in my assumption. From what I have seen, this man is working and he deserves the support of all those who want progressive governance.
My name is Fatima Florence Ajimobi, wife of late Senator Abiola Ajimobi from Oyo State. I appear before...
Finish. We all know you. Finish.
Thank you.
My name is Erelu Angela Ayodele Adebayo. Thank you.
My name is Oluwajimeka Ayotunwa Olumilua, the wife of the former governor of Old Ondo State, Evangelist Bamidele Ishola Olumilua.
Senator Professor Nora Ladi Dadut of the 9th Assembly. And I am glad to be here from Plateau State.
9th Assembly, take a bow and go.
All right, welcome back. So, as you have seen in that video, can you relate that kind of screening to the things I just mentioned briefly concerning who is an ambassador, what is their role, and what kind of skill that they need? Does this screening they just did, does he align to that? Obviously, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. So, when somebody come and say, I am this and that, I'm wife of governor, I am that, and they say, bow and go, just like that. Is it what the person will be going to do in abroad? I think since 1999, democracy came to now. That we have been clamoring that when they are sending nominees to the Senate for screening, they should attach the portfolio of that nominee. It's expected that nominee is supposed to be streamlined to which country that they are going to, so that they can be able to be, screened based on our relationship with that country they are supposed to go. But the president did not do that. He just provided a list of people, no portfolio or country attached. That's okay. Now, the Senate supposed to have questions regarding what these ambassadors are supposed to do, what is Nigerian policy, not just a particular country, generally, what is Nigerian foreign policy with other countries. No questions were asked. People just introduced themselves and they were asked to bow and go. So an ambassador will be sent to America. The job cut out for him is as huge as what you can think of, especially now that we are having this insecurity issue that America is trying to come in as big brother to come and help. And we have been going back and forth. They have been sending delegation to here. Nigeria have sent delegation to them. They are still in bilateral talks and stuff like that. So the person that will be ambassador of Nigeria to US has a lot of work to do. compared to somebody that will be ambassador of Nigeria to Ghana. So you can see the reason why it is very important to interrogate these guys in terms of what their job demands. But what you saw there in this screening was personal relationship between the senators and those people. They asked them to bow and go, and they leverage on some of them who has been in position of authority like this. Yeah, there's a senator that was there in the night assembly, a woman, and there is also some former ministers who were there, like Fani Kayode and the former minister of health that was there. So they asked those ones to bow and go. I don't really understand why they should be doing that. They're supposed to interrogate these people. If you go and watch the screening of presidential nominees in America for FBI, the FBI, current FBI director, go and watch his screening to be FBI director. Go and watch the screening of Department of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, in the US during her screening. Go and watch the AG, Attorney General Pam Bondi. Go and watch her interview, screening in the Senate. You understand what we are talking about? This is to become, to hold a position within their country. Go and watch the screening. They were asked integrity questions. They were asked even what they didn't do. Their previous predecessors, the people that were in the office before them, what they did, they were even asked about them to answer. What would they do differently? And so on and so forth. This is what they call screening. It takes time to screen these people. Some of them lasted 2 hours, some more than 2 hours, over 1 hour, and so on. But in Nigeria, bow and go. Tomorrow, you'll be wondering why are Nigeria not doing well. These are the reasons. You need good people that have strong leadership skill. How will you identify people that have strong leadership skill in that kind of screening? You cannot. How will you identify nominees that have good negotiation skill? You cannot. How can you identify nominees that have integrity? You cannot. And they ask them to bow and go. Then the most significant one is these female nominees. Introduce yourself. I am the so-so person. I'm the wife of former governor of this. I am the wife of former governor in the First Republic. I am this. I am that. And they say, oh, I know you. I know. I don't get it. You know her. What does that have to do with the job Nigeria is giving her to go and do? It has nothing to do with that. She's not to be screened on personal recognition. She's supposed to be screened on the job description. And I've mentioned some of the things that informs that job. What are the job descriptions? As an ambassador of Nigeria to a different country, there are job descriptions. Those descriptions are just those key functions, those key performances they're expecting that person to deliver. That's what they're supposed to screen them on, not on personal recognition. You know the person for 20 years has nothing to do with the job she's going to do in whichever country that the person is sent to. Being the wife of former governor has nothing to do with the job you are going to do in that country. And don't forget, them, the senators who are claiming they know them, this and that, you are not the one appointing them for a job in your company. It is Nigeria as a whole that is appointing them to go and do a job. So your personal recognition, we are not looking for guarantors. If we are looking for guarantors, that's why you come in, to come and tell us you know her for 20 years. But Nigerians are not looking for guarantors. Nigeria wants to know their skill, their capabilities, their experience to be able to deliver on that job. That is what Nigeria wants. And even before this screening, many Nigerians have gone on social media, in different platforms, even on television, speaking about some candidates, their character, their integrity, what they have done in the past. And that's supposed to form basis, at least for those group of people, for the Senate to be more focused on those people, to be able to at least make Nigeria understand that, okay, they did this, now we have screened them, look at what they said, look at how they answered the question. Nigeria can say, okay, no matter what they did in the past, at least they have the capacity, that's fine. But no. Can you now send Fani Kayode to Israel, for example, to be an ambassador there? Go and read his tweets. You can't send him there. So these are part of the reason. That's why even in America today, you are applying for visa. They will seek for your social media accounts to go through your tweets, your posts on social media and all that. Why? Because what you are posting there is partly showing who you are. That's the meaning. And it helps them to decide whether to give you visa or not. It's part of their requirements today. But go and check the tweet of these people, most of these people in that nominee list. Go and check what they tweeted. Some tweeted about the president that is nominating them. Some tweeted about other countries, even insulted presidents of other countries. They are the people you are sending as ambassador to other countries. That country they are going to, they already downloaded all their information, what they have done. In the past, they have the records. That is the reason. When they read all those things, they will not take them serious in that country where they go. So, Adam Shomole that was fighting with Aline Dume for the time allocated to him to speak. So what is the essence of that fight he had with Alin Dume. He would have just seconded the motion than that time he wasted doing that fight. None of those members of that committee has divergent view. All of them, including Natasha Akpoti, all of them were speaking the same voice. Something must be wrong somewhere. So we don't have problem for a president to forgive rain or mockery. We don't have problem with that. It's between two of them. That's their personal business. Our business is focusing on the job they are going to do. That is our business. So if you are looking for a man of integrity is a man that stands on his word. He doesn't deviate. He doesn't switch to sides when the wind blows. He stands on his word, no matter what it is, because he doesn't just speak. He does research and is sure what he's saying. But if you are not saying that a man who said that the president is this and that, and at the end of the day, they discuss behind the scene, forgive themselves, and they nominated that person, other countries will not take them serious. That's what we don't understand. And if you go there to do that, you know, they lock you out of their country. You become irrelevant. Now, looking at that disappointing screening, one of the senators smartly came up and said that, one of the senators mentioned that this screening here is within the committee. So if you are cleared here, the final clearance will be in the committee of who? That is when the matter comes to the floor of the Senate. All those ones are just diversion. Me and you know the 10th Assembly. On that day, they will bring the matter to the floor of the Senate. The Senate President will just do voice vote. Rain or mockery, is it clear or not? Those in favor say aye. We will just hit the gavel on those that say aye. And that's the end. So forget about, they may drop them there. It will be very difficult for them to drop anybody there. For the Senate that we know. So go and look at other past assemblies. Look at Bukara Salaki's assembly. They treat people during ministerial positions and stuff like that. But look at this 10th assembly. One of the weakest assembly that we ever had. The people that don't take things seriously. So it's disappointing to see what they did in that screening. So for the women, those people that they clear, those women that just mentioned that they were wives of former governor, they were this, they were a former night assembly, and they say bow and go. To them, they are happy. They have scaled through, right? But they don't know the implication of what happened there to other women. Because that is simply DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Let it be that women are part of it. Let's pass them, let them go. You are now kind of making them feel as if they just passed the screening because they are women. I've had some people say, oh, they're intelligent women. Nobody is doubting whether they are intelligent or not. The screening would have proven to Nigerians that these women were not just selected because they are women or because they are former wives of governor or because they are former member of the National Assembly. They were nominated and cleared because they know the job. They know what to do. By the way they will answer questions, by the way they will respond to the things that they will be thrown at them in that screening. That's the way to prove to Nigerians that this is what made them qualify, not because they were wife of former governor or former whatever. And that will motivate other women to work hard, to be able to, believe in themselves, believe in their capacity and skills and their intelligence. That is what we push them through, not just because they are women. That is what we expected. But they just kill that dreams in many other women, making them believe that the moment you are attached to a known person, whether governor or minister or whoever, that once you come there, you scale free. That's exactly what they did. And it's quite unfortunate. So those women, let them understand that that thing that happened in the Senate did not, showcase a good picture of their intelligence. That is it. How do you know intelligent person? It's by the way he reacts and answers questions that is posed to them. But it's only in public office, bow and go, because nobody cares. All they care is your turn. Go to your country, they post you, enjoy your life, come back. It is what it is. And it's quite unfortunate. So I think it's beginning to get to the time that Nigerians should wake up to hold this 10th Assembly accountable, because their docility is beginning to be worrisome. The way they behave is beginning to be worrisome. So what is the president would have just nominated them, send the list, they just write on the list, approved, and those people will just go to their positions. There's no point wasting taxpayers' money hosting those things live for people to come and see how they're asking them to bow and go. It's unfortunate. So other ladies, please, we appreciate your capacity, your intelligence, your skill, but at every point in time, please try as much as you can to allow you to answer questions, allow you to showcase your ability, because it's not just about this position. The way you showcase your ability can open other doors for you in the future. I don't think what they did was good enough, and I don't think that in the National Assembly Committee of Whole, when the whole thing comes to the floor of the Senate, that anything will change. Who will they drop? The wife of governor? I don't think so. Who will they drop? Former minister? I don't think so. Or is it former ambassadors? So my advice to President Tinubu is those career ambassadors in that list, please send them to the sensitive countries, United States, Canada, UK, those key, countries where we have tough, foreign policies to, to defend. All right. So you can see what is going on between Nigeria and US in terms of security. So we need ambassadors who already have the experience that once they get there, they hit the ground running. Because others, when they go to their host country, obviously they will still take time to begin to adjust, to even understand the job because of the poor screening that took place. So it will take them time to understand the job, it will take them time to adjust, to fit in, and so on and so forth. So that's my thinking. So, but we need to protect these core, key countries, the G countries, the US, the UK, the Canada, and the rest of them, where we know we have majority of Nigerians, because they need protection. They need to deal with these problems. When you go to different embassies, you hear complaint that the toilet is dirty, things are not functioning, and so this is their job to go there and make a change. All this issue of passport renewals that citizens clamor for in other countries. Many countries itself, you have to drive how many kilometers? You have to fly to a different location to go and apply for passport. So it's time that we need to look at all the challenges Nigerians in the diaspora are going through, especially when it comes to passport renewals, their access to embassies, to see how we can do more better, automate some of this process so that people don't need to shuttle with their children going to long distances to embassies to renew their passport, and also look at the facilities at the embassy. Let them integrate the National Identity Management Commission into every embassies. Not all this system that people have children abroad for them to do passport for them. That's a problem because they don't have need. So where they will ask them to go and do need will be far different from the embassy. So all these challenges that Nigerians in the diaspora are going through are partly part of the things that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs need to look into and address these problems, so that Nigerians who have kids abroad can be able to do passport for their children as well by obtaining the name, which is a prerequisite for the passport issuance. So these are part of the things I need to put in this video, and I look forward that Nigerians, the Senate should do better next time in any other nomination that comes their way. They should do better. This bow and go thing is ridiculous to see. Look at other congresses. Look at US Congress, how they screen people. There's nothing like bow and go. They will screen you no matter the position. The Attorney General, she was Attorney General in the state of Florida, before she became nominated for that position to become the federal AG. But she was grilled for hours. So when you look at all this, the FBI director has been in the system. He has gotten to a different position within the FBI. But he was grilled for hours because he wanted to become the head of FBI. So these are the things we want to see our National Assembly do, the Senate in particular, who does the screenings, to do what is right and do something that is solid, so that Nigerians can know that you are representing them. Whatever you did that day, you are representing yourself, not Nigerians, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, guys, I'll let it slide over here. And I don't know what your thought will be. Are you happy with the kind of screening you saw, or are you disappointed like myself and many other Nigerians? Please put your views at the comment section so that we'll debate on that, and I will respond to you as soon as I see your comment. So before I leave, if you are new to this channel again, please kindly like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel and put on the notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. And I want to say to you, thank you for watching this video to the end. I appreciate your support, and then I'll see you in my next video. I'm signing out. See ya.